One of the best bands I've ever been in my life has been Seven Strings. These guys, well, they were on the same circuit. I was up in Dallas, and I ended up sitting in with them a couple times, doing a few gigs here and there, and in between. And in the end, I ended up being a member, and that grew into a lot of great friendships. This particular band is based around one guy's writings, Gino Addington, who's written a bunch of really cool songs, and he's got quite a following. If I'd ever felt like there was a family in the world of rock and roll, it would definitely be with this band, Seven Strings. These guys have been around the circuit playing with a different drummer all over for Charlotte for years, and then there started to be these parties at Jay's house, Jay Seeger, who has the infamous Noise with Boys parties. Through the years, this band has just captivated people in and around Dallas, Texas, and with a large following of people. They were just like one big family. I guess you could say in ways I became a full-fledged member in 2009, actually, when we had Donnie Doors, the guitar player, and we started playing places like Riley's right away. And Gino had a piece that everybody knew was Angels Cry. Gino was always able at writing good hooks to songs, and Angels Cry just took off. Everybody knew Angels Cry. Everybody's when Angels Cry. And Angels Cry meant something different to everybody that ever heard it, and it meant something different to us as well as we played it. It's true to also say that the brilliance of all the material was written by Gino. And in 2008, I believe, Travis Fulton, former lead guitar player from Molly Hatchet, joined the band, and things just took off like bat out of hell. The absolute beauty of Seven Strings Band is that there's actually about 30 or 40 members to the band, and they all follow Gino Addington, who is the founder of the band. It's his songs, it's his band. He's a brilliant writer, a brilliant performer, a brilliant singer. The guy's been around for years, and he's just a great writer, and he's really got a shot, and he gives it all. He works very hard at what he does. When Travis joined the band just excelled. Travis had a studio built into his home in Rockwall, Texas, and we used to record there all the time, and we recorded several tracks out there, including voices. At one point we had Donnie and Travis in the band at the same time. At that particular point, we took off, and we were number one on the rock charts in Dallas, Texas, ReverbNation.com for a little bit. Everywhere this band went, we were just pulling numbers and filling places up, playing O'Reilly's and playing other big clubs. I think it's safe to say that in 2009, 2010, Seven Strings was riding a high that was some high that we'd never had before, and that is that there's nothing like playing songs that are your songs and looking out in the audience full of people and they all know the words. So many songs just took off, and it was just something to be up there on stage and playing songs and knowing that they're original songs, and the whole audience is singing and dancing and knows every word and every lick. It seemed like every weekend we were having Noise with the Boys parties at Jay's house. Just musicians everywhere, just all over the place, and with Travis Fulton playing along, it's just everybody the party continued on all night long, every night, all the time. I was just on top of the world at this part of time in my life. It's just a really great time, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it. There were so many players in the family in Seven Strings. There's like I said, there's probably 30, 40, maybe even 50 or more different guys that kept this band alive. And Seven Strings has been going on for, I don't know, 20, 25, 30 years now, something like that. Gino's baby. But, we all have gone through our battles with each other and our battles between ourselves and with ourselves. And it seems like a few years go by, somebody's mad at somebody and somebody's mad at somebody else. But in the end result, we're all still friends and we're all still one big family. And that's what counts in this world. the friendships that have grown out of band have just been lifelong, and it's a whole set of people, and we're all interested in each other, and we all do take care of each other, and that's the way the Seven Strings Band has always worked. I don't think I've ever played in a band that was ever closer to writing great musical hooks that people could follow and people that could identify with, other than the Seven Strings. It's just something to know also that wherever I am or wherever they are, whenever we run into each other, we're just like, things are just the same. We're just, very, very close knit bunch of people. And we've all been through so many different things and so many different things in life that things have just always worked between us. We've always understood each other, maybe on a different level that most people would not even understand. Travis Fulton was definitely a really great guitar player and also a great friend. He added so much to the band, and we were just thrilled when Travis joined the band to have Travis Fulton in our band. And I will never forget the years I played with Travis. He's just a fantastic guitar player and a fantastic guy. We were just all really great friends. Sadly enough, in the world of rock and roll, we know how things always go, and it took us all by surprise. But sadly enough, we suddenly lost Travis, and that changed the band in so many ways. It just changed the whole band. And well, that's the sad part too, is that and in this family we've lost a lot of people. And, we sure lost one of the best when we lost Travis. He's a good friend, and honestly, I'll never forget it. These days, Seven Strings is still in operation. The circle of musicians is still together, and they still get together all the time with different lineups under the guidance of Gino Addington. We still get together when I'm in town. The gig is split between several different drummers, same with the bass players and other lead guitar players. I really do believe that the loss of a good friend, the loss of Travis Fulton, if nothing else, drew us tighter as friends and tighter in the mission with this band. The footage you're seeing here was in 2018 when I returned to hang out with them for a while, and one night I went over to Jay Seegert's house, and ironically Jay has a recording studio built into his house as well, but that particular evening we were playing in the living room. It's simply impossible to imagine or fathom even the amount of different players that have been associated with Seven Strings Band and associated with all the clubs that Seven Strings have been involved with. All these musicians have taken the time to learn all the songs, which actually are very basic and cordial structure, but they've really caught on through the years and have quite a following. This group has done gigs in all kinds of different clubs, all different kinds of private parties, but some of the funnest times we've really had together have been at our own parties, where it's just like one big open mic. And, it's just been really a good time, a really great time. There have always been other lead guitar players that have strived to come into the band, and it's always been some very big shoes to fill for them, being Travis Fulton and Donnie Dorr. But we've had some of the best lead guitar players you can possibly imagine, just a long list of them. Being a group of people that have locked into one guy's writings and one guy's songs, being able to follow that person, I think says a whole lot about that person. and that person is Gino Addington. Through the years, his songs have just caught the interest of many local Dallas area musicians, and we've all, it's been a real pleasure and an adventure, I might add, following Gino, because after 9 Coronas, you never know what Gino's going to do. I have to stop myself here. The band has had other drummers, Ollie Brochard, who was their first drummer, and Ollie was in on most of the original songs and the original drummer that played for 7 Strings. Good friend and a good person. We'll get to his story here in a minute. Also is Mal Netter, a very good friend of mine, and of course Bill Simone. Bill is a fantastic drummer, and Andrew Patty also. All of those guys, we are the best of friends. There's really not any competition. Lead players also include Little Pete and a whole cast of guys, just E-Step and just all kinds of players. Bass players the same, Russ Alaska, Jay Seegert have been 2 of the main ones. Here's a picture where with the guys and Charlie. I was actually in prison with Charlie, and we were the God Band together, the worship team. There's simply no tearing apart the roots and friendships of this band. They run too deep. There's a picture of me and AWOL, my security guy. This band has been together and partying and been friends for years and years and years. And 7 Strings is not going anywhere. We are trying to go somewhere, but I mean, we're very, very solid, and the friendships and the people, the amount of musicians in and out of the band constantly. There's like numbers of 30, 40. There's a picture of Brian Partain, another player. And we've been through so much together. We've loved and lost, and we've lost friends, and we're still all together, and everybody pushes, and the people just seem to attract to this band just from the general positive energy of the band, which is incredible. Like I said, the friendships in this band just go deeper than usual friendships do, and everybody feels a very tight bond between each other. We all love each other, we all take care of each other, and we're all looking out for each other, and that says a whole lot of what rock and roll. Like I've said, 7 Strings is a family, much more than this rock band. We're a family, and the feelings go way back, and it's a very strong Texas band, and I'm very proud to have been a part of this band the times that I have. We've suffered loss, we've suffered happiness, and there are times we're jumping for joy. But one thing that's common is that we're all on the same common goal. And the rest of the video lets speak for itself. We're looking for one guy that's mysteriously disappeared. And that is Ollie Brochard. If you know where Ollie might be, this picture of me and Gino right there. But, this band is tight. We're tight in friendship, and we're tight in love for each other, and that's what we're